Apparently I'm live. Brand new. What's happening? Miss Nikki, Ground Fog, Mr. Mock. What's happening? It's Cridley's on the screen. What's good? Mr. Neil, Bushcraft. What's going on, brother? Yeah, freaking what's going on? How is everybody's week? I am stabbing into the leather that has been glued. So, but I used the wrong size nail to set the pattern, and now which is okay because I have a Dremel that has that size drill bit that I can just basically run through that pattern and thicken said holes that I hammered out. Because this I'm using the Speedy Stitcher, and makes quicker work of the stitching stuff, because I don't have like all the fancy stuff. I mean, I have in this leather kit, I have like punches in single awl, like a single hooked awl that I can do it. But this one, I mean, it holds the line. You just start ripping on your pattern and it works. Just works for me because that's all I know. That's self-taught all this shit, so I'm just learning as I go. But for like all the leather stuff that I've done, it just seems to work. But gonna put this on it too. The when Ridge Outdoors made a whole bunch of stuff for me, Kyle, Ridge Outdoors, he burnt a few of these, and I mean, they're iron-on patches, but I think, where's the other part? Oh, it'll look good somewhere, kind of like that. And this is for the ferro rod. I still have to drill that and put some shock cord on it, and obviously glue and stitch, but I had to do the belt loop first because once it's glued on, I can't do the sewing that much easier. It's just easier to do it this way, and then I can glue it all together, and yeah, then go from there. But it's coming. It's coming along nice. And Kimmers and I think that cord will look good. So busy week at the office. I worked 12 hours on Sunday, 13.5 on Monday, 6 of which were standing in a parking lot. Is that the banking line? Yes, sewing order it just makes things so much easier. But I'm gluing and stitching. I'm just making sure that you've seen all the stuff that I've glued for that side, and I've glued and set the belt loop. Just have to put it on. And the way I do it is I use a piece of the bar stock this is a knife. You just don't know it yet. This could possibly be 2 knives too. So, but you guys just don't know that yet. You can't. But I use the desk and this and clamps to seal the glue, and I do it for 24-hour periods, so the glue is completely set and it's not going to come apart once I start sewing it and whatnot. So hopefully, but I wish I had a bigger, better area, like a shop where I can just set it and forget it. Well, I kind of do, but it's just I can't do multiple things at once. It's just the way it has to work for right now until I can get famous and whatnot, you know. Never made a sheath or a knife. My father always used wax line. Yeah, that's what this stuff is. It's faux sinew, basically, is what it is, and it's waxed. So otherwise it wouldn't shine. So yeah, it's definitely waxy wax. Goodness. So, and I think I'm just gonna do a couple stitches, like maybe at the top of the tree, like do a cross pattern, like 2 here, 2 here, 2 in the bottom, and 2 at top, and that'll just, plus I'll glue it because it's not like it's getting tugged on and whatnot. Ha ha ha! You know what I'm saying? I once accidentally sewed in an air inlet on an arm wing of a suit closed. Oops. Eek, eh? Imagine if you jumped with that, dude. That'd have been crazy. You probably could have like made it work, but you know what I mean? That's sketchy as shite. Yeah, I tell you, when I win the lotto, Mark, There's definitely going to be a shop in the mix, or just a whole room just to like for crafting and building and like out. Yeah, would like to have some sort of hobby room kind of deal. But leather work is like time consuming unless you have like all the good shit that you need. This is the block that I use for hammering holes into leather. Just seems to work. But note to self, I have to get a bigger nail that is the same size as the Speedy Stitcher. Because why do shit twice when you can just do it once properly? I mean, it's not that I'm not doing it properly, it's just I'm doing it not efficiently so far. Once I get it good, we learn as we go along, but you know what I mean? Hey, Calazona. My workshop, my coffee table. Yeah, my workshop is the little nook that's underneath the stairs in the corner with a little. Well, it's not even a little. It's like a coffee table lamp. Bought new tickets today as well. Yeah, man. The Powerball, isn't it like $2 down there for a Powerball ticket? Can you imagine that? $1 billion for a $2 investment. Apparently, American or Canadians can play it too. Apparently, but who's to say that I would win? But you can't play unless you win. So I did the same. There's one good jackpot going right now. I can't remember how much it is, but I definitely got a piece into it. So $2 for Mega Million, $2 for Powerball, $1 state lotto, so a $5 ticket. Yeah, man. So you don't eat a couple choni bars that week, or like $5 for you just never know. You just never know. Powerball is 370. Yeah, but yeah, like more than half of that is in taxes. So even $100 million, $100 million, you could set up everybody you know very well for $100 million. Buy a compound, build a whole bunch of houses on that property, and call it Powerball Awesomeness Compound. Yeah, what I don't. Yeah, I mean, we don't pay taxes on the lottery up here. What you get, what you win is what you get. but we don't get no $367 million or $525 million jackpots. So Jerbstown, yeah, totally. Hey Joe, working on the sheath for this. Can't wait till you get to see it and photograph it. Doing leather work for the sheath as well. But learned afterwards that the nail I did the holes with is not as big as the hole on the Speedy Stitcher. So I have to rectify that. It's going to have a sweet little patch on it, Joe. I think you'll like it. My buddy Kyle from Ridge Outdoors burnt it onto the leather, so it's gonna get stitched onto on it like that. But yeah, it's coming along. Time consuming and frustrating and awesome and stabby and pokey. And it's heck of a lot of fun learning and finding easier, softer ways of building things. I think I'm going to figure out a better way. So oh, it's going to be an ugly mess, Joe, for sure. Like the leather it's scratched up, so I don't know what to do about the leather after it's been scratched up. Like it's going to be like the picturing of it is definitely not going to be the best. I don't know how to make it look good again after it's been scratched. Maybe I'll just scratch it all up nice, and that way it's all scratched up and worked in. But it's all going to work. Like, you know, I don't know. I see the scratches, but his cameras are definitely gonna pick it up for sure. Black Star, what's happening? Yeah, I don't know how to recondition leather after it's been scratched. I mean, I can try and but it's going to be an ugly mess, but it'll be a functioning ugly mess, and it'll do said job it needs to do, because I've already put it through its paces, and I mean, I dig it. I know it would do all the stuff that I needed it to do. I've already told Scat that I'm horrible at sharpening too, so he said he would touch it up. But yeah, Scratch is that add character for sure. What's happening, Mr. Gary? I couldn't buy Vancouver Island with 100 million. No way. Especially when lakefront um, on Lake Couch, and you're looking at 2-3 million. So, and Vancouver Island is like 300 kilometers long, so it's not just a little. But it's funny that you say an island, because there were like 5 or 6 years ago, my little brother sent me this property for sale, and it was an actual island, and it had like 6 houses, 3 outbuildings, and the dock on one end of the island, and it was for like 3.5 million bucks. So I mean, there is houses with islands in BC for sale. It's just they don't come up often, and once they're on the market, they're off the market and bought because the fact that you have had a good working knife from your own hand is a lot more than most of us can do. Thanks, Joe. And I mean, like, they're getting better and better each one that I make. So I'm learning a lot as I'm building them. So, especially with the minimus tools that I have to work with. So it works. Wouldn't an island would be interesting? Yes. What would you call that island, Mr. Mark? What would you call it? I'm digging what Mr. Neil was saying. Jerpstown. That's the windstorms. Yeah, I would definitely want to be on the east coast of the island for sure, because we get some pretty gnarly winds out here for sure, and especially on the the more northern tip of the island, because of the your peninsula that goes out, or is that, how is that? So Vancouver Island, right? It's on an angle that goes into Washington State, and there's like a little horseshoe of island, and then Washington State on the outside kind of comes out, and then here's Vancouver Island right here, and Georgia Strait is right there. But just above that is open ocean, so Tofino get like going to Tofino and more north, the storm watching is intense because you have just open ocean right to Hawaii. Basically, it's pretty. Well, outside, Mr. Brian, the island of Mackenzie. Nice. Got to sharpen shit. Go for a sword test tomorrow. Good luck with that, Mr. Joe. Thanks for stopping by. I'll send you pictures of the sheath once it's all tickety boo before I send it to Scab. Have a good weekend for sure. Haven't seen Kyle on much. I'm gonna see how he's doing. Kyle from the Ridge Outdoors. He's the guy that hooked up that patch, and he's hooked me up with a lot of stuff. He's active duty. He's a good dude. You would name your island Bob. That's a great name. The island of Bob. Just bobbing. You would call it Bob. I would call it Bobber. Like the fishing loop Bobber. Wonder if this thing would be too loud. Is this? Is that too loud? I would have to turn the light on. I'll just do it later. Bobber, because it's a yeah, Bobber. Bobber Island. Oh, I was gonna. So this drill bit is exactly the same width as this is. So if I drill out, this goes in a lot easier because the nail that I used is smaller. So it's a pain to get. But you know what I mean? So it's just it. I only have one needle, so I don't want to break it. I do have other needles, but they don't. I mean, I have the sail needle, like the curved one, but just don't want to mess around about it. But yeah, just pin it on this and drill it out. And then I could be and then gluing and laying out the pattern on the leather afterwards, and so but yeah, I don't know. Is anybody have any ideas about how to recondition scratches on leather? Because that'd be nice to send something crisp and fresh, no scratches. But I didn't think about that when I bought. So my brother, I don't have shops that I can get leather around here, so I have to order it. Or my brother lives in Vancouver and he's got shops all over the place. So he bought it, and when he came over, he brought it with him. But having third party picking your stuff, you're kind of left to either raw or that. So I could have gone raw, but it's all a learning thing for me. I'm learning as I go. So yeah, I was just thinking maybe I'll just take a wire brush to the whole thing and scratch it. Oh, just like a scratch on the desk. Like I could probably just go like this to it and make a mark, and it would, but maybe I'll just take a wire wheel to it all afterwards and just scratch the shit out of it all. So it was supposed to look like that. I'm a bull in a china shop, Mark, so scratches could have come from anything or anywhere, or just me throwing the leather into the box, or because of the drill bit container in that my knife box, my knife building material box. It's hard plastic and it's all scratched up. Like, here, I'll show you. So like sharp edges could have scratched it up. How about just no? I'm not making art. I'm making a functioning sheath for a bush blade that's going to get scratched up regardless, because you're going to be in the bush and beating shit up, or the bush will beat the shit out of you. So that's the story, and I'm sticking on it, sticking to it. Brother Grumpster. Sits on the laptop very nicely. He keeps me in line. And the fuck you monkeys are sitting out on the bookshelf looking at us, going, because they've been inducted into the circus by the circus tamer himself. Did you see that yet, Grim? And then basically that's something like that with a belt loop. leather work is crazy hard, Grump. Yes, sir. It's a beast. I put it through some paces. I've got it to a sharpness, but I'm not the best at sharpening. But the edge it has right now would cut. And yeah. And it's going to have a ferro rod, as you saw. But I have one that has come on. There we go. I have one I've used a couple times that has shock cord on it. So, and it's a 6-inch by half-inch. So I'll probably just put that one on because I have a lot of ferro rods that I gotta. Hey, Mr. Carl. Oh, I'm missing comments here. Hey, Miss Allie. Love that blade, Droopsy old boy. Well done. Thanks, Mr. Carl. I can make functional leather armor, and that's about it. Lots of rivets and glue, no stitching. I have to rely on me for sewing something. We are fornicated. I mean, I'm still gonna do some kind of rivets. Like, are you talking about like these kind of rivets, like the eyelets? Because I was gonna do that on the corners, like up there, one with where the ferro rod loop is, and then like it's obviously gonna get cleaned up and trimmed in. But I was gonna do two on the bottom as well. So there's gonna be 6 of these incorporated into the sheath, so you can tie it, you can attach it some other ways as well. So looking at something is the first step of being really good at something, and it's true. And it's taken me a few dozen times to figure out how to not do stuff. Fornicated, fucked. Okay, gotcha. I was like, what the hell, fucked? Like fornicating, like me and you, no, shinanane. But it's set up like, I mean, I can probably put any, as long as you have like some sort of shock cord, you can put anything into that and it'll hold. But I figure a half-inch is the most common ferro rod for around me anyway. Yep. And then obviously that on it somewhere. I think it's, either way. But I just wish I had a better way of doing things, because my way is tremendously slow. And that's okay, because, I mean, now that I've figured out fucking up is not an option and shit is expensive, I measure 100 times and cut once. And I have, I'm so grateful for Kimmers because she puts up with me. And I ask her so many questions, probably 100 times over, before I cut or before I figure out a stitching pattern, or like, I should give her all the credit for these builds because she's basically, and she calls it as she sees it. Like if it looks like shit, she has no problems telling me how's it. So that's fantastic. That's what I need. I don't want people saying, "Hey, it looks great," when it really doesn't. So, but yeah, yeah. Papa Rhino. Oh, what's happening, Papa? Yeah, definitely drive safe. What's everybody's plans for the weekend? You guys obviously see what I'm doing. I mean, I'll be doing other things too, but between gluing and then stitching and then punching patterns into what, and then stitching, and then, because after this, I'm going to take the Dremel to this, and I'm going to do an X from corner to corner as well, like, and then from here to that. Oh, watching stuff backwards is hard to do, but do that pattern, and then you have to, I have to do it that way, because if I glued that on, it would be a really buggered up way to trying to stitch that together and make it nice, because no. If the weather permits, I might have a fire in the fire pit. Nice. Hey, Miss Nikki. Mr. Al. But sheath for us. Gonna make tacos. I'm not doing much because it's supposed to be snow. It's mixed snow slurries coming. So being inside, because I don't want to be wet and damp and cold, and the wind, once it's like that, it's just not very nice. Yeah, it feels like since last Friday, since I made a fire. I was gonna do a fire today, but just it wasn't in the cards. But I'm gonna definitely do a fat wood. I've got this chunk of fat wood that's Dom Minichetti sent me, and it smells like licorice almost. It smells delicious. So Mimo, what's happening? You had tacos. That's hilarious. You had chili one night that I had chili. Me and you are on the same. We're on the Canadian eat right schedule, is what it is. This is Florida something. I'm thinking pine, but I'm telling you, it smells like Christmas. No, it's like Christmas and Santa on a beach had a baby. It would smell like that. I don't know what pine species they have down in Florida. Probably lob lolly pines, I think. But we got Doug firs and we've got cedars and we got I think the big needle pines. I think I don't know. We like our seasoned meats. Yes, sir. Holy cow, a whole bunch of people are just talking. What's happening, Mom? Remember to thank a vet, hug a vet, appreciate a vet, because if it wasn't for them, this kind of stuff, this free stuff that we have in this world, wouldn't be possible. So thank you for your guys' service. I see Grumpy here, so he knows that I'm talking at him. Because you, sir, makes this world a better place to live in. That is the facts. So thanks for being you, Grumpy. I saw your gratitude videos, and they're nice. They're very nice. Yeah, I just lost my thought there for a second. It's all them stupid sticks that I've been smoking all day. The last one I put some number one bag hash in it, so kind of like made me kind of, you know what I mean? If my eyes could tell you a story, basically says it all. I still need to watch it. Brand New American, what's happening? Speaking of pocket checks, what you guys carrying today? Definitely rocking that one. And I got the cold steel as well. Definitely seen some action. And then I always have actually I'll just pull it all out. Which one is this? There it is. And that little 1, 2, highlight 3E EOS, and then the camper. So, and all my cards in my wallet. I still think this clip that they made, seriously, I love it. I love everything about it. The hat clip part of it is like fantastic. Love it. Can't really wear this hat because with it unless I wear it like that. But yes. So Miss Allie was CRKT pillar. Papa Rhino was S90 VB Shaman. And all your nice. You got your roll with you today? Grumpy. Oh, he's just telling hellos. Michael's rocking the Hogue EX01 1983 Smoky Mountain Knife Works SOF toothpick, eh? Made by Queen USA. Nice. Carried the Rat 1 earlier. Now you got 80, 20. Oh. Where'd it go? 20.3 V3. Nice. 25, 20.5. I don't know that. Like the angle. FF Stainer SD Classic. The Tiny Sog. Volumov EDC. Mini Light. Couple pew pews. I know which one you carry. That Rat 1. You said it right there afterwards. Nice. I still need to get one of those. Ontario Rat 1. I think is that the smaller one? What I want the smaller of the two. The Rat 1 or Rat 2. I can't remember which one's smaller. Doing 90 down I-70. Yeah, like seriously, you should just drive, man. I don't condone people getting tickets, texting and driving. I've seen too many people get hurt because of it too. It's just not worth it. People care about you, damn it, Papa Rhino. If it's you texting and driving during this live and you get into an accident, boy, I'm going to be some pissed, boy. I'll get. I know some vets. Grumpy, you know him very well. Carrying the JF Hopman one Dogwood Echo 3 Edgy Blade Works Grunt, a Shaman, and yeah, the Skittles, eh? Yeah, I think I was smoking the Skittles last one. No respawn, pedal down. Yeah, totally. Thank you, Papa. Or Grumpy. Tell him you can sick him. Demko. I'm supposed to stick to the right, front, center. Makes a lot of sense. What's happening, Dan? Rat 1 is the big one. Rat 2 is smaller. Okay, yeah. But the Rat 1 is still the best. Victorinox one-handed trekker. Is that the one with the locking saw blade and main blade? The trekker? I know it locks the main blade, but it does that one lock the saw out as well? Someone gonna get behind. Yeah, totally. My mom used to do this to me all the time when I was little. She would say, walk into this, if I was doing something stupid. And because kids do what kids do, I always walked into it because it made her happy too. So she wouldn't like whack, 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 but like money can't buy happiness. Yeah, that is a load of bullshit. Like, I could get so happy spending money if I had it to spend, but the guy that says you will own nothing and be happy is, how about he give us all the monies that he has? He can do that whole experiment that he wants, and we will be joyous and free and happy spending all of his money. And he can own nothing and be happy. I definitely call bullshit on that too. It may bring different headaches, but you can do a lot of fun stuff when you have money, if you have it. Yeah, I need a coffee. I'll be right back. Yes, because Bill, Mr. Melton, was fully empty for sure. And that's not okay. Money buys happiness all the time. The only different it's a fact, brand new American. Happiness all the time. Sick and tired being broke. Crap government, 2 weeks to flatten the curve, my ass. Yeah. Any handy endings. It's true, Dane. Giggity, giggity. Spicy. Yeah, coffee is my happy place for sure. Coffee and you, all you fine fellows. Money can buy land, and land is happiness. And that is the facts, Papa Rhino. Tell ya. I figure if I could have if I could have 100 grand, I could buy a chunk of property. I would look for a chunk of property that had a river going through it, so I could harness the energy that river would have, and chunk of property that I can drive to and just build my own home, do my own things. Yeah, grass all the way. Money buys grass. Gas makes wheelies make happiness. It's true. Monster Energy, yeah, you do. She's okay. She's not feeling too good today, but she's doing okay. She says to say hello. She just didn't want to do the whole yelling back and forth because $100 grand up here, especially in remote areas, you can get 10 acres on a road. You would have to pay for everything else, like your power, like if there was power out that way. But yeah, even if I got 3 acres for 50 grand and then put 50 grand into building some sort of something, like, and it would definitely have to have a river through it so I can harness that power for power, like build some sort of power, like power wheel. I still have the can from Canada. Which can? The can of gas? Or the can? Oh, the can. Oh, yeah. The can of your monster drink. That's right. Yeah, because our labor lane is way differently up here, isn't it? I'll definitely will. Yeah, micro hydro is a thing, like for sure. Like it doesn't take much, and you can make one from a wash machine. Like doesn't take much, and it's already wired for a 220. So I mean, you're good to go. 56.6 acres for 47,000 cash in the mountains and on a lake. Yeah, that's what you got, don't you? That's right. En français, s'il vous plaît, merci buckets. Yeah, that bilingual tabernacle of it all. I call my sister uh, Petit Grenot, which is like small frog or tiny, tiny frog, because she's my little frog bilingual sister that lives in Quebec. Mercy Buckets, yep. Mademoiselles. Yeah, Papa Ryan, Grump, the I've been watching how to use like one of the newer washing machines. So like a $2,000 washing machine that has all you have to do is set up magnets and copper points and basically stick it in where there's a current. And it doesn't have to necessarily go fast if there's a constant and the amount of magnets and copper and can definitely make power really simply. Well, if we can get all of the subscribers to put into a kitty and we use that kitty to buy a chunk of property up in Canada, we will take care of it and you guys can come and do your camp outs and you know what I mean? You can get the internet with power. Just need the one that Musk has, and there's other versions of what Musk has. The Starlink. There's different versions of um, satellite internet, and it's getting better. And the solar panels are getting better, but we're not in like it's not Arizona where it's constant sun. So the cells on the newer solar panels are taking um, overcast light as well. So still need to get a little bit better at it, but most of the sun in the winter or in the summer could keep your generator or like your batteries set up pretty good. And if you had a river going through it through the winter times, the rain would keep you going. So you would have to have two systems set up here anyway. But there's ways about internet in the sticks, Mark. There is. An island would be cool for sure. And there is islands up here that are for sale, but like finding one that's occupied and move-in ready so where you can build more, there's less of those. You can go old school and just get a whole bunch on DVD and just watch reruns all the time. There's so much anime out there that you could you could watch a ton, like a ton. Enough hamsters and a big enough wheel for sure. Well, yeah, that's when you would need the internet. One day, Mark. One day. We'll hit that. You'll hit that one of those, Mark. I'll hit one of these, and whatever happens, it'll happen. And just remember remember me when you guys win, because it doesn't take much. 100 grand, we'd be set up for a pretty good chunk of time for sure. Buy a tow behind, clear some property, buy a chunk of property. 100 grand. We can all dream big. I mean, some of those tow behind trailers nowadays are like $1 million. So I mean, I don't need to have the best of the best of the best, but like something that has a tub. And I mean, the truck is all set up for towing, so it's fuck all to make a foundation. A flying island with solar power. Yeah, kind of like the Marvel Avenger helicopter floating castle, basically. One of those. That'd be fantastic. But I don't have trillions and trillions. But if we win a couple of these big, huge lottos from the States, you know, wouldn't take many trillions to build something pretty freaking badass. Yeah, that aircraft carrier thingy. Quadcopter aircraft carrier. It floats and it's got its own biodome for when you get up into the skies and then you go invisible and cloaky and stuff. Yeah, one of those things. So, when this is done, I'm going to drill those out with that. And then I'm going to stitchy with this cord. Then I can glue one side, set it, and then the next side with the knife in it, glue it and set it. Because it'd be fantastic. I'm leaning towards a floating silly powered by the elements. Yeah, like we can buy an old like barge and just build the houses on a barge. Be a great idea. Hypoxia, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, that's right. Well, if we create a huge barge, we can make a floating island out of said barge. So if we can find a barge, we can create. Just saying, floating island is better than we can take it away from the fights, and then when the fights are done, we can bring it back. We could be like the Sweden island, but like Derbyville. I like it. Yeah, and then it's filtered in nice afterwards. That's right. So, no, I didn't freeze. That's fine. I think I'm gonna shut her down. I want to get to going on this before it gets too late, and then glue it so I can finish it tomorrow, and then start doing the finishing stuff, and the more sewing and getting it done. Because when it gets done, then I can send it off, and then get on to the next build or builds. I got knives today for days, but I need to, after this, I'm out of leather basically. So I need to either get better at pressing stuff in Kydex, or I need to get more leather, and I need to find a place that sells. Because I mean, this piece of leather was yay big, and it was $26. So trying to figure out cheaper sources of leather that's not pleather and it's real leather. So if you guys know, let me know, and then figure something out. But remember to think a vet, hug a vet, appreciate a vet. Thank them for their services, because this stuff wouldn't happen if it wasn't for them. So definitely appreciate a vet. Know that you guys are appreciated and loved. We live in the sticks, Miss Allie. We have zero good stuff. And the dollar store or anything like that doesn't carry anything like that. But I'll probably see you guys throughout the weekend in other lives, other chats, or you guys making content and me chatting at it. But have a safe and blessed weekend. Both Kimmers and I appreciate you guys. Oh yeah, by the way, yesterday was 6 years that this channel has been alive. So kind of cool. I was a lurker, peep and tomer, kind of like Lurkerville. Remember that guy? Had masks, and then I became this guy. It's crazy. Crazy. But yeah. Grumpster, seriously, brother. Love you, bro. It's because of people like you that this shit is able to happen. So thank you. And once this thing's all tickety boo and looking proper, like a sheath should, I'll keep you posted. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, and know that you're appreciated